So they can already tell by the title of the YouTube video. But
the gig's up.
The gig is up. But for me, I would still like to be able to say it out loud for the first time in many, many months.
On camera.
Because
fair.
I have been holding in a secret for a long time.
Yeah,
Do you want to say it together?
The secret?
You want to say it together?
Sure.
3, 2, 1.
We're
pregnant. What'd you say?
We're
Oh, I
pregnant.
thought you said pregnant. I thought you just said pregnant.
Pregnant.
Oh, the gig is up. We've been keeping a secret for months now.
Sorry, guys.
As of the day before this video goes live, Megan and I are pregnant. I mean, just yesterday.
Just yesterday. Wild.
I'm gonna raise my eyebrows a lot.
No.
Yesterday
don't do
we
that.
were 20 weeks pregnant.
Yeah. Halfway.
Yeah, we're halfway there.
We've been keeping an entire half of a pregnancy a secret from you all, and
Not a
sorry,
secret from
but-
everyone. Our families have known for a while. Some friends have known for a while, but it's finally time to come clean about the dirty deed. I mean, it's time to announce this on camera. So we're here in this video to talk a little bit about the biggest life change that I think has ever happened to either one of us, and also maybe answer some potential questions about what's going to happen to this YouTube channel. Stick around to the end for that kind of stuff. But first, we should just talk about how you doing? I'm sure people are going to ask, how's your health? How are you feeling?
Feeling good.
How's our little fetus doing?
First trimester behind us.
First trimester is far behind us at this point,
which is wonderful.
Yeah. The first trimester was your roughest so far.
Yeah. If you noticed me taking a lot of naps this fall, that's why.
A couple fewer Meg streams there for a while.
So tired all the time.
Megan was talking on Discord a lot about how much she was napping.
Like, I just need to sleep. But
so we're due at the end of May. She's due. I'm just here. I'm just along for the ride. She's due at the end of May.
Yep.
And first trimester was some fatigue for sure. A little bit of nausea. Not bad.
Not bad. So far, things have been pretty smooth sailing. We have our 20-week appointment, which is like the big scan to look for more stuff next week. So, but so far so good. Yeah.
And that's like the moral of the last 20 weeks is so far so good. In my new experience of for the first time having this happen, it's been wildly it's been very interesting how so far so good is like our motto now. We don't know at all what the future is going to hold.
I feel like that's all pregnancy is because there's just like literally nothing you can do. That's so far so good.
Yeah. And we're going to cross our fingers that so far so good stays so far so good until the end of May and then also beyond May. Obviously we don't know. That's the scary thing about having a child.
Mm-hmm.
We do know that there's only one in there. We don't know the sex of the baby. We are probably, I'm sure people would ask whether or not we're going to find out. Megan made the joke about 2 minutes ago before we started filming this that we're going to do a blind playthrough of having a kid.
It's a blind playthrough pregnancy.
I cannot believe I have not come up with that joke already. We're doing a blind. We don't know what we're going to have, and we're not going to find out. At least
we know a lot of other stuff, to be clear. We're doing all the important health things.
The way we blind play through games is not like how we're going to blind play through parenthood.
We're going to the doctor. We're
listening
Googling
to all
more
of the
than we should. We're reading books.
We're listening to all of the most relevant medical advice. Yeah.
But where you can keep a surprise, keep a surprise.
We're gonna keep one major surprise, which is what the sex of our kid is gonna be.
Yeah.
So, other questions that people might want to ask. I wrote a couple down here. We're not gonna find out the sex of the baby. Do you have any funny stories from pregnancy so far, Megan? I have been sitting.
Ryan
for the
has been keeping a list for months
and
of jokes
buddy,
to tell
over
you
on
guys.
stream, and I'm sure in some of the coming YouTube videos, I have 16 weeks worth of stories. Because, for the first 4 weeks or so there, we didn't really know. But past that, 16 weeks of stories
4 months
that I
of
have not been able to
stories.
tell about either hilarious stuff that Megan has done, cravings, ways my eyes have been opened to the world. I can't wait to tell them all.
Yeah.
But what about you? Do you have any? This is your
Oh
opportunity.
gosh,
you got any,
you didn't warn me about this question.
No. You don't have to have a funny story.
I feel like I've been put on the spot. I didn't come to class prepared. I didn't know this was.
You didn't do the
I
homework
didn't know there was a pop quiz.
for this YouTube video I made you be in?
No.
I mean, I'll just tell the funny story of how bad your cravings were at one point where
He loves telling this story.
I do love telling this
wasn't
story.
even the worst craving I had.
It was the funniest one to me.
Okay. whatever.
Megan really, really, really had a craving for fried pickles. And so we DoorDashed fried pickles. And then the roller coaster that we went on over the next 45 minutes.
It was more than 45 minutes.
The next hour. As the DoorDash said one time, and then it was massively delayed.
Listen.
And the worry was that the fried pickles would become cold. And if the fried pickles were cold, they wouldn't be good because fried pickles are only good if they're warm. And what were we going to do? That was like the whole world was going to fall apart if the fried pickles weren't warm. It was the one thing you had a craving for.
That day, I wasn't even craving fried pickles that much. I just thought they sounded good, first of all.
First off, that's a craving. That's the definition of a craving. And also, I beg to differ that you weren't craving them that badly.
Second of all, the DoorDasher picked up our order and then sat at another restaurant for, no joke, like 40 minutes waiting to pick up another order before they brought the pickles to us. So,
were the fried pickles warm when we got them?
Warm enough. They still tasted good.
Were they delicious?
They still tasted good.
Did they satisfy the craving?
Yeah.
They did?
Yeah.
That's my favorite story. Megan's like, I didn't have any cravings during the first trimester. And I'm like, I had an hour of a roller coaster that begs to differ.
The biggest craving was McDonald's breakfast, just constantly. I just wanted sausage, egg, and cheese biscuits constantly. I almost DoorDashed a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit one day while I was walking the dogs.
Yeah. Hey, the heart wants what the heart wants, and Megan's stomach wants what Megan's stomach wants.
I do crave sausage, egg, and cheese biscuits like anyway. So
that's a normal craving, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, that's the news. We're pregnant. We're very, very, very excited. Obviously, I mean, if you haven't heard us talk about it at some point over the last 4 years, this has always been a goal and dream of mine. I have wanted to be a father for a long time. I'm really, really, really excited to be a parent here soon. I can't wait. This is a dream come true.
Yeah,
I'll talk more about that later, actually, because I have one more thought on that front. But
yeah.
Yeah. You may be wondering, hey, you're just a YouTuber that I follow. I don't give a shit if you raise a kid or not. Here's my question.
Fine.
When's my video gonna come out? Hey, when are you gonna play X game, Y game, Z game?
Where's my video?
Where's my video? And if you feel that way, that's very legit. Thank you. Thanks for watching our videos.
Thanks for being here. You don't have to care about our kid. You really don't.
At all. There might be some questions. What are we going to do with the YouTube channel? Will videos still come out? Are you going to take some time off? I'm here to answer some of those questions for you, and you're just going to have to sit through this part.
Fine.
Because you're here on camera.
Yeah.
Here is the current plan. The other, so far so good, is one half of pregnancy. The other half of pregnancy is I have no idea how much is about to change. Mm-hmm. I think everything is about to change, and I still feel like I'm underestimating how much is going to change.
How much everything is?
Literally everything is going to change, and I don't know what that's going to look like. Here's kind of the vague plan that could change at any point in time based on a million different factors.
And like the vague plan, I feel like the biggest like asterisk of the world is pregnancy, which is just like so far so good, but also who knows? Like
there's a million different ways this could go, and I reserve the right at literally any time to make a change and maybe let you guys know about it. I will try. And if I don't get a chance for a couple of days and you don't see a video, just keep assuming everything's okay, and I'll talk to you at some point. Here's the plan, vaguely. As we've been doing things, that will continue mostly until around May. It's very possible in the last couple of months, right before we have a kid, that I'm going to be a little bit busy, either getting stuff ready, helping Meg. The amount of doctor's appointments in the last couple of months goes way up, so I'm going to be a little bit busier in that way. But my plan is to still release daily or daily-ish YouTube-specific videos up until at least May. Any things we play on Twitch that I think are worth pushing to YouTube, I'll push to YouTube. I'm still going to stream until at least, hopefully, May. And then, am I going to take a paternity leave? I am going to take a paternity leave. I don't know. The funny thing about this is that I've watched a lot of YouTubers over the years have kids. I've watched a couple specifically that I really, really admire and have learned a lot from. And over the last couple months, I'll tell you what, I've been re-binging their content about parenthood because I've been like...
Thanks, Northern Lion.
Thanks. Shout out to Northern Lion. I've been like, hey, this all feels completely relevant. Different now that I'm going to be a dad. What do I do in the months after we have a kid? What am I going to have time for? What am I not going to have time for? What am I going to have a desire for? What am I not going to have a desire for? First things first, My family's going to come first. And I have the opportunity to take a once-in-a-lifetime thing, paternity leave. I'm going to take it. There's going to be at least a month where you should not plan on seeing me on the internet. Probably that will, or potentially that will be more than a month. I have a feeling that I'm probably going to start squeezing in some time to do work at some point between a month and 2 months after we have a kid. Megan seems to think that is probably true too, because I really, really, really like to work. And I like to have my own thing that kind of keeps me sane. And this has been that for so long. So that's kind of the plan. Again, any of this is subject to change. Things will continue until about May. At any point in time, around about our due date or a little bit before, I'm going to start taking paternity leave and you won't see me for a while. And then I would guess some shorter videos, maybe not every day, will start coming back into the mix of things. And that's kind of the plan. And we just shrug our shoulders. So far, so good. Everything's going to change. Here is the good news, I would say. This is going to make me emotional. I was thinking about this part earlier and talking about it and how I want to say this. Here's the good news. When I started this YouTube channel 4 years ago, I had met the love of my life. And we knew long before I had this YouTube channel, I knew that this was going to be us, that we were going to be a thing, and that was going to be the part of my life that is not YouTube. And we've known for a long time this part of our life would hopefully at some point expand a little bit and have one other person at least in it, or potentially only just one. I don't know that we'll see after one. We'll see.
That's
after
a big
one.
shrug.
That's another thing
shrug.
we don't know.
Eh?
So we're gonna have more than one. Who knows? So from the day I started this YouTube channel and streaming on Twitch, I knew the goal eventually was to have a kid. And so the plan and the like, not the finish line, but like the goalpost has been build this into something that is so like resilient or like such a part of my life and so a part of our lives that I can continue doing it someday if we have a kid. We're at that stage now, and the great, fantastic, incredible news is that we're there. Like, I feel comfortable, we feel comfortable. Like, I don't need to go get a job necessarily. Maybe someday I will, but like for now, this can be a part of my life post-kid, the way it's been pre-kid. And that is a blessing beyond I have the words to say thank you for. At every step of the way over the last couple of years, when we started a Patreon, when we, made changes to when I started working from home, when I made this my full-time job, that's been the goal line, and we're there. We hit it, and that is a dream come true. So if you're a Patreon supporter, just a normal watcher, if you've supported us over on Twitch or here, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Babies are expensive. Thank you.
Babies are expensive. What's it gonna look like after the kid? I don't know. You know what else is expensive? Childcare. And we have one person who lives at home and hypothetically likes children. And I do love children, and might be interested in spending a little bit of time with that kid, caring for it. I also am pretty dang sure that I really, really, really am going to continue to want to continue working. I love work. I love doing work. It makes me feel like I have a purpose in the world, etc. So that's the short story long on where's the YouTube channel going to head. Hopefully it's still going to be here. It's probably going to be a lot different. 2024 is going to be a year of changes, but I also think we have a fantastic thing going here, and I'd be an idiot if I was to try and I wouldn't want to try and step away from it too much or in too different of a direction. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the future is a big old question mark. It's a bigger question mark than ever. I'm also looking forward to it more than ever.
That's pretty cool.
And that's pretty freaking cool.
Sorry that we don't have a lot of concrete answers. You're just going to have to go with...
Oh, buddy, are we not going to have some concrete answers? That's the new motto for 2024. Yeah. Is there anything else I forgot on that front?
I don't think so. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. I mean, you'll keep people updated too.
Of course, absolutely. I'll be here.
General, we're not gonna text you guys when I go into labor, but
I can't text you if I wanted to. I don't know your phone number. Comment your phone number down. Don't do that. Comment your phone number down below if you want to text the day. Don't do that.
There will be some general updates as
updates. Yeah.
And as Ryan, I assume, starts to come back, there will be updates. And
the other thing is that this is kind of like the. This really reflects on our whole deal right now too. Is that this is just like we're just one step of the way towards it. So we're gonna figure out a lot more in the next couple months.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here in 3 months, I might have a lot more information about what you can expect, and we'll have more information about what we can expect. But for now, this is the information we have. Yeah. Is there anything else you want to say in general?
No. We're excited.
We're very excited.
Sorry, we've been keeping a secret, but I'm sure you guys understand.
I'm not sorry. It's been a great secret to keep. It's been really cool to keep the secret. I have also the last couple of weeks been dying to say it. So the amount of times I've had to stop myself from telling a story or say something has been uncountable, but it's great. It's out now.
Now you have all kinds of stories on your phone that you can share.
Oh, buddy, do I got some stories to tell you. All right, that's going to do it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for being here for every part of this big old journey and for supporting me and Meg on it.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, and thanks for joining, Meg.
And we're pregnant?
We're pregnant? We say that like it's a question mark. We know we're pregnant. We're convinced we're pregnant. The question mark is about everything else to come.
The rest of the blind playthrough. We'll see how it shakes out.
All right, we'll see you in another video. Until then, bye-bye.
Bye.